Let's get a little abstract. Imagine in the background here, the blue layer is the Earth, the crust of the Earth, and then above it you have this atmosphere layer. And so I see on the internet, we have the infrastructure layer. You have the cloud, your CDNs, your security layers, all the kind of the back end server stuff. And then you have these platforms that build on top of that: web publishing, social media platforms, SMS and messaging platforms, email, paywalls. This is all the stuff we use to communicate. And that's where the platforms live. And this is the earth of the internet, if you will, right? This is ground floor of the internet. And then on top of that, you have these ideas. You have shared interests, you have journalism and media, you have these small businesses, community networks, and you have geography. People connect based on all of these things. So these are ideas, these are the stories, these are the layer in the middle. And then at the top, you have the people: individuals, families, friends, coworkers, et cetera. These are the people doing the living, right? And so the atmosphere, it gives life to us as humans, but on the internet, the life gives value to the network. And on the right side of this graph, I have a trust index. So at the top, you have more trust and more value on these first two columns. At the bottom, you have less trust and less value, right? So on the top, on the people networks, you have smaller audiences. It's decentralized. It's more organic, relationship-based. This is your network. This is your close peers. And as you get further away from that, you have these large audiences. The incentives for them are totally different once you scale out. At the top of this network, when you're with your people, with your family, with your tribe, all the incentives are aligned. There's no need for advertising. There's no need for hyperbole. There's no need for clickbait. It's like in line with human psychological behavior. This is how you interact with your friends. This is how you build trust. This is like where you exchange value at a small level. But at scale, it's driven by advertising. The incentives are more in line with exploiting privacy, and hyperbole reigns supreme. And this is where it gets flipped, because the bottom of this has less trust and less value, but it earns more revenue. Whereas at the top of this earns less revenue, but it has the most value and it creates the most trust. And so to me, that's like a value-based misalignment, because we own the attention layer of the internet, which is this atmosphere of the internet. Is where our attention goes, so flows the kind of the zeitgeist. And this is what everyone tries to capitalize on. This is what politicians try to capitalize on: viral news, media. Everyone's just trying to capitalize on this atmosphere and tap into the life of this internet, right? So it's more and more the future of the internet is moving towards this kind of social layer, this communication/connectivity layer, rather than the infrastructure, the software we're seeing. The software is being easier and easier to build. The infrastructure, the servers are getting cheaper and cheaper to maintain. What's becoming more and more valuable is the real human side, the connection, the curation side, the piece that is like meaningfully connected with the human layer. In the spirit of the Declaration of Independence, we, the creators, in order to form a more perfect internet, need to start thinking about these things at a different scale.